If you were anywhere near Kernersville yesterday, you certainly saw the huge columns of black smoke rising into the sky. A scrap metal fire at a recycling facility has been the talk of the town.
The good news tonight, the fire is now contained. WFMY News 2's Taylor Leverett joins us live after speaking with people in the community about the fire.
Well, good evening, guys. The Winston-Salem Fire Department's hazmat team is leading efforts with water runoff as it pertains to this fire. Now, I want to take to mention officials. We reported earlier that a firefighter was injured. We now know that he is in good condition and will remain in the hospital under observation. Many people we talked to in this area, say they were just in shock at just seeing the massive smoke that just built up in the sky so close to where they live. Just look at these giant clouds of smoke. These pictures show the heavy black and gray smoke quickly filling the skies in Kernersville Sunday. A metal scrap fire at OmniSource quickly turning a quiet day for residents into one of concern.
As soon as we stepped out, we were like, oh wow, that's a bigger fire than normal.
Busy as a bee store owner Brooke Cashin says she heard a loud boom, and later that day, a few explosions.
When we were going to a small group for our church, you could stand out in their front yard and hear more tanks popping, where there were more like mini explosions. So that certainly was kind of interesting to, be that close to hear that.
She says it's not the first time something like this has happened.
We've had incidences before of them having, small explosions, smaller fires that have been, a lot more manageable. But it's pretty unusual to get something of this magnitude at that location.
Not far away was youth pastor Frank Newsom. His church, Kerwin Baptist, was holding a Church in the Park event just 2 miles from the large fire.
The sky was much darker and things like that. There's some fire trucks. I think West Mountain Street was closed, and it kind of impeded some people getting to the park to come to church in the park.
Officials say several agencies are responding to the flames. Residents say they are not afraid, but the fire created quite the stir.
I don't think it concerns us to hold events and things like that. Things are going to happen.
As long as it's safe, it's not as big of a concern as I think that, one would think.
Now, people living in this area might continue to see fire crews, going in and out of this area, and that is just because they're going to be working in 4 to 5 hours rotating shifts to contain some of the hot spots with this fire to make sure they're not reigniting. But the good thing is that they've got the fire contained, guys. Live in Kernersville, I'm Taylor Leverett, WFMY News 2.